Alright, so we are back for another Dokkan battle video, and in today's video we are going to be talking about what we could see for New Year's, because of course the New Year's Dual Dokkan Fest celebration is really close. I think this is probably going over a lot of people's head, but we do have the banners releasing in a little more than 20 days, and then we should get the details about the theme and all that in a little under 2 weeks, because you can see right here the release date for the previous New Year's Dual Dokkan Fest unit, Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo, well, the Beast Gohan, who released alongside Orange Piccolo, released the 28th of December, so like I said, a little more than 20 days, and then we are going to be getting the New Year's Dual Dokkan Fest banners, and they typically don't really hold back with these banners. I mean, they're usually really exciting. You know, there's those couple banners every year that you summon on. You got, like, Anniversary, I guess, like, Worldwide, Tanabata, Golden Week, and then New Year's is up there as well, because the banners are typically really good, and the excitement level is really high as well. Last year, we got, you know, Orange Piccolo and Beast Gohan. The year before that, we got a transforming Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Kid Buu. And I think the year before that was like Pikkon and Janemba, and we don't talk about that, so that was whatever. But the past couple years, they've been really ramping up the excitement for New Year's. So I think this year we could have some really exciting stuff around the corner. So I wanted to make a video speculating on what we could possibly see. Now, one thing I do want to clarify, we don't know for sure if they're going to be LRs or TURs. Last year, of course, the Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo were LRs, but then the year before that and every year prior to that, they were TURs for the New Year's Dual Dokkan Fest units. So maybe last year they just wanted to make them LRs because, you know, new superhero units, really exciting new stuff. And then this year they'd go back to making them TURs. But also, it wouldn't really make sense for them to give us LRs and then go back to TURs. And Dokkan doesn't like to make sense, though. So, I don't know. I could see an argument for either way. That's what I'm trying to say. So, not sure if they're going to be LRs or TURs. But whatever the case is, we got some exciting stuff incoming. So, just to get into some of the units that I'd like to see for the Dual Dokkan Fest. First off, we have a transforming Super Saiyan 3 Goku and then a Buu. So, I think a transforming Super Saiyan 3 Goku, by the way, this is from the fight where he first went Super Saiyan 3, where, you know, he, like, screams his lungs off, you know, that crazy scene. It's crazy we don't have that represented in Dokkan right now. So, getting a unit where he starts off in base, and then goes Super Saiyan 2, and then there's that crazy long active skill where he's screaming for 5 hours straight, and then goes into Super Saiyan 3, I think would be really exciting, and would be really good for the game, because Super Saiyan 3 units typically are on some pretty good categories. I mean, they're on Super Saiyan 3, obviously, which, by the way, did just get a good lead with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku Black, so this category isn't horrible. It's not really great, but it's not necessarily as bad as it was. And then also, we could be getting an EZA for this bad boy right here. So I think within a Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan 3 Goku coming out, it could make that category a lot better, especially if he leads it or supports it or something like that. And then also he's on Majin Buu Saga. Dude, you'd think this category is good just because, like, if you think about it, you feel like we've had a lot of buffs to this category as of recently. Like, oh yeah, we had the Z Duo. We've had a couple EZAs here and there, the LR Super Buu. No, this category still kind of sucks, if I'm being honest. I mean, there's some good options. Like I mentioned, Z Duo were pretty alright. Go Bros can be pretty alright. And then that's pretty much it. Like, Super Vegeto's EZA wasn't that great. We're still waiting on some other EZAs. Majin Vegeta is starting to age out as well. So buffing this category is very good as well. I don't necessarily want him to lead it, because I think in terms of leads, well, you know what? I mean, we do kind of need a new Majin Buu lead, if I'm being honest, or Majin Buu Saga lead, because all we really have right now, I guess, is Majin Vegeta. He's the only 200%. So, yeah, actually, leading Majin Buu Saga would be pretty good. And then also he's buffing Transformation Boost, Super Saiyan 2, which really sucks. I don't remember the last buff we had to that category. Mastered Evolution, Bond of Friendship, and then all the rest of the categories are good. But he's on some weak teams, and then also he's got some good spots on some good teams. So he would just be a very good unit for the game overall. Not sure how they would design him. Maybe they'd want to take a similar approach to this guy. Maybe give him like a bunch of additionals built in, which I'd perfectly be fine with. If you want to make him a really good slot 2 and 3 option, that's fine. I'd rather him be good in slot 1, but as long as he's really, really good in slot 2 and 3, perfectly fine with that. Give him, you know, 50% attack and defense on super, or hell, make him a stacker, and then give him all those built-in additionals, and then, yeah, he's going to be busted. So, Super Saiyan 3 Goku would be really good. And then a Buu, I mean, I don't know. You could go a couple different ways with him. I would assume they'd probably want to give him high amounts of damage reduction, so then that usually means they're going to be a very good unit. As long as they give him a start of turn defensive stat and then reasonably high levels of damage reduction, I could see this guy being really good. Majin Power, though, I mean, we need this guy, you know, the Dokkan Fest Buu good. We would need an EZA for one of the other Boos, which we got a couple Boos that need an EZA. And then we still need an LR Kid Buu as well. So even if we end up getting this guy, stuff like Majin Power is not going to be good. It's still going to be a bad team, but I guess it could get a little bit of buffs from this. And then also, with LR Kid Buu and all those crazy EZAs down the line, this could eventually become a good category. And I guess some proof for this as well, you know, more Majin Power buffs, is we did just get 21. 21 does lead Majin Power, so maybe they're trying to set that category up a little bit more than for a Dokkan Fest, you know, Buu good. And then maybe later down the line, hopefully, I'm praying, get LR Kid Buu, because we really need that in the game. But, you know, there's not that many good Boos in the game. What do we have? The tech one that I was just looking at. We have this tech one, which I think this is, like, different, right? Yeah, this is Mr. Buu. Okay. Whatever that means. But obviously he sucks, so, you know, you can't really run him. And then there's the STR one that maybe sometimes you've used for World Tournament. Yeah, Majin Buu good. So there's only a couple fat Boos in the game right now, so then I think getting another Dokkan Fest one would make sense and would be pretty good. Like I mentioned, high amounts of damage reduction is probably something we can expect, so we could probably expect him to be pretty good. And then also he's on some weak teams as well. Resurrected Warriors, Majin Buu Saga again, Time Travelers. Why is he on Time Travelers? That makes... Oh, yeah, I forgot. Dokkan's so weird with their categories. I don't know, it's because, like, he was sealed for a while, so technically he's on Time Travelers. I think Demon King Piccolo and Bojack's on Time Travelers as well. That's so weird. I don't know, man. I mean, I guess another good category for him to be on, but still, I find that just weird. He probably shouldn't be on that, but okay, whatever. Artificial Life Forms, Majin Power, Power Absorption, Stored Figures, Sworn Enemies, and Bond of Friendship, and then Worldwide Chaos as well. Okay, so you know whose team you could throw this guy on? Probably Fuse Zamasu's team, because then he leads Worldwide Chaos, so this guy could have a pretty good spot on there. So Majin Buu definitely would be very good for the game as well, and I think, you know, Super Saiyan 3 Goku that transforms, and then a Buu from, you know, that one scene where Goku goes Super Saiyan 3 is really exciting, and it's crazy we don't have that in the game already. So I think New Year's would be a perfect spot for that. And don't even get me started on the EZAs, man. I've got so many pulled up here. So first off, obviously the STR Super Vegito and then the physical Buuhan. I think it's crazy these guys haven't had an EZA yet. I thought 8th year anniversary was the perfect opportunity for that. But now for New Year's, maybe they were saving it for this, because obviously if we get Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Buu, it would be the Majin Buu Saga theme. So then these guys getting an EZA would make sense. This guy, really just make him better defensively, and then he's amazing, because he's already good offensively with those counters. He's already good with the Scouter for, you know, 10 turns, which is absolutely insane. So as long as you give this guy some more damage reduction, as long as you give him just straight up damage reduction when he transforms or fuses, then he could be very useful. And then the Buuhan, I mean, what is there to say, really? Just implement new stuff. I mean, he's a stacker, but he's a really slow stacker. So I'd say give him more stats start of turn, make this like 150%. Make this like a high chance becoming an additional super, and then probably just give him guard for the first couple turns just to let him stack up quicker. And then when you transform with him, I mean, give him defense on super, give him maybe some more stats on super as well, and then maybe crits, because he's already got built-in additionals. And then that's really about it, because then if this guy's stacking, you just let him do his thing for a while, and then you bring this guy out, and then all the stacks are going to carry over, so then he's going to be really insane. But both of these guys, the Vegito and the Buuhan, are on some pretty weak teams, so I think an EZA for them would be really good, and both of them would work very well with the new Dokkan Fest units, so it would make sense to see them EZA. But also, maybe they'd want to save, you know, a hype EZA like this for something like Anniversary or Worldwide, so I could also see us not getting an EZA for these guys yet, because there are some other really exciting options for Majin Buu Saga as well. Like I mentioned, a lot of EZA potential here. So next we got the Tech Ultimate Gohan. I don't know what to say. This guy is going to get a very good EZA, and I think the day he does EZA, I mean, it's very simple. They're either going to go like full-on balls deep with his EZA and be like, all right, look, whatever. He's going to be good. Let's just make him insane. Or they're going to do like nothing. They're going to make this like 150% attack and defense start of turn, and then that's it. They're just going to barely give him a buff because they don't want to make him good. So I don't really know what they're going to do with him. They could take two completely different directions. Of course, I hope they make him very good, but we'll see, because this guy, he could have a very interesting EZA. And then next we got the Exchange Buu. So, I mean, I already kind of had him pulled up. I had his SSR pulled up, but this guy could be a pretty good EZA as well. Like I mentioned, high amounts of damage reduction, so just bump that up, give him a start of turn defensive stat. Could be very good. And then the same is said with all the other Buu transformations. Just give him a start of turn defensive stat. And I guess you don't really need to change the 50% damage reduction. Maybe just make it 50% the whole time. So it starts off as 50% and then it remains as 50%. But then give him like 100% attack and defense, 150% attack and defense, and then 220% attack and defense. And then this guy's golden, right? Because he's already getting 50% attack and defense for 3 turns in his Super Boost state. So you could be really good in here as well. And then with the Go tanks, I don't know. I mean, he doesn't really have any guard, damage reduction, dodge, anything like that. So I would say probably give him that just so then he could look impressive. Because right now he is kind of a stats unit. You know, he gets the 50% attack and defense for 3 turns. He gets some stats on super as well. So I guess maybe just give him like guard. Maybe at least when he's in Super Saiyan 3. So then by the time you get to this point, you have some pretty solid stats. Then also with, you know, the guard or something like that. So definitely good potential with both of these guys, especially the Buu because of that damage reduction. And then next up, some units I honestly forgot even existed, is the Super Saiyan 2 Goku transforming into Super Saiyan 3, and then the Majin Vegeta, or I guess the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta into Majin Vegeta. These guys could be really good, especially this Majin Vegeta. I know he gets guard with 6 key spheres, so if they want to maybe make this easier to get, or maybe make it just completely unrestricted, which would be really OP, but I doubt they'll do that, then this guy could be really good. You know, 50% defense on super already, and then he's got some other buffs going on we don't really care about. Again, the 50% defense on super, and then the guard is really all we care about with this guy. So as long as they build upon that, or maybe make it easier to get, then I could see him becoming really good. Also, maybe make him a little bit better in Super Saiyan 2, because then, you know, you need to go through Super Saiyan 2, obviously, to get Majin Vegeta. So if you maybe give this guy guard as well, or something like that, I think he could be pretty impressive. And with Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I don't know, man. I mean, he's not as good as Majin Vegeta. I think I'll say that for sure. He gets a 33% chance to dodge, which is not reliable at all. So if they maybe bump this up to like 66%, I could see that being pretty good. But then in base, or I guess in pre-transform, because he's already Super Saiyan 2, he's not base, really just do the same thing. Maybe still give him like a 66% chance to dodge or something like that, because this guy is just not good whatsoever. No defense on super, no guard, damage reduction, dodge, anything like that. Just bad, really. So I definitely would say give him at least 30% defense on super alongside the 30% attack, bump his stats up, and then maybe give him, you know, a little dodge at the end, and then make his dodge a lot better once he transforms into Super Saiyan 3. Because right now, this guy just absolutely sucks. I mean, he was good on release, don't get me wrong, but he just did not stand the test of time. Majin Vegeta was a little bit more lucky because he's got this guard at the end here, which obviously is a really useful ability. So he's a little bit more useful now, but both of them, you know, need a lot, right? Especially the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So I guess that's pretty much it with the Majin Buu saga stuff. There is one more theme I do want to briefly talk about. So it is Tournament of Power. I think a Tournament of Power theme celebration could be really good as well. We could get a new UI Goku that transforms into Mastered UI Goku, and then a new Jiren. I would like to get just a base Jiren that goes into full power, but I don't know if they'd want to do that because it's not technically a transformation. But we've had other units do that before. I look at the Super Saiyan 3 Goku Black. He goes from just, you know, normal Super Saiyan 3 Goku Black to full power. So I think we could get a Jiren like that as well. That would be really good. And the EZAs for this celebration, man. I don't even know. Hang on. I got to close out some of these tabs because I got a lot of their tabs I want to bring open now. So we've got, what, the LR Jiren. I mean, we already had this guy pulled up, but whatever. LR Jiren could be a really good EZA, obviously buffing stuff like Universe 11, Powerful Comeback, Defenders of Justice, Space Traveling Warriors, Full Power, Realm of Gods. His EZA could be absolutely crazy. Unfortunately, he doesn't have really a whole lot going for him right now, so they are going to have to do a lot of new stuff with his EZA. You know, give him defense on super, bump this up, and then give him guard, damage reduction, dodge, something like that. Because right now, he is more of a super battle road unit, which obviously is really bad in the meta. So they definitely need to change some stuff with that. I guess, technically, there is hitting God Goku. I mean, do I think this guy's going to EZA? Probably not. But, I mean, it's possible. I just want to throw it out there. I think there's other EZAs they should prioritize, though. But if this guy does get an EZA, he's bound to be good. He already has, you know, all this dodge built into his kit. All these stats, you know, he gets stats on super as well. So, very good blueprint for an EZA. So, if he does end up getting one, I mean, yeah, he's just going to be insanely busted. We got the Android 17 and Golden Frieza. Yeah, I mean, they could be good. I guess just give them more damage reduction with every super attack performed. And then you're kind of set. Their stats are really low start of turn, and they don't get defense on super. So, that's definitely an easy fix as well. Make this, you know, 140%. 30% attack and defense here, 50% attack and defense here, and then maybe 10% damage reduction with every super attack performed in the same turn. And then they should be pretty good, especially with this active skill, because then if you use this, that turn is just going to be, you know, insanely busted. So they could have a good EZA as well. Who else? I mean, I know there's a lot of other options. Of course, we got the 6-year anniversary LRs. Can't forget about them. UI Goku, I don't even have to talk about. He's going to be good no matter what. Just give him defense on super, and then he's set. Evolution Blue Vegeta. It's a little bit of a different case. I would say probably give him defense on super. Oh, actually, that's kind of a given. Make this 20% damage reduction start of turn. And then he gets another, like, 15% up to, I guess it'd be, what, 45? So then in total, he's getting 65% damage reduction. But I kind of want him to keep the damage reduction. That might be kind of broken because this guy's going to get to some pretty good stats, especially once this goes up to, like, 200% and then all the other stuff he's got going on in his kit. But, I mean, if we're comparing him to UI Goku, who we released alongside, a 70% chance to dodge, and then with his EZA, he's going to get even crazier. And then this guy only getting, 30% damage reduction, and then it resets every turn, does feel really bad. So I think bumping it up to 65% and making it stay just all the time, so once you build it up, you've got it permanently, would be really good, and then it would actually make them, in the same kind of tier. Because right now, UI Goku's just way better. And Evolution Blue Vegeta, he got done dirty. So I definitely think, a lot of work in this passive is needed. Like I mentioned, bump the damage reduction up and then make it permanent, and then he should be all right. And then next, who do we have? We've got, oh yeah, this guy. Yeah, this guy needs a good EZA as well, or he's going to get a good EZA. I mean, he's a dodging unit. He's already got a great chance to dodge for, I think, the first 7 turns. Yeah, from the 8th turn. Okay, so for the first 7 turns, he's got that great chance to dodge. Just make his stats better, and then he's going to be good. Because obviously his stats are very low. So if you give him defense on super, bump his stats up, then this guy's going to be amazing. Who else? Oh yeah, there's the LR17, or the Team Universe 7, whatever you want to call them. They're more of a damaging unit, so I would probably see them going more offense with their EZA, because, they like to keep the same theme with units getting their EZA. So I don't know if they're going to be that good, but as long as they make them somewhat viable defensively, and they're dropping, 20 million attack stats, and then they also got, like, crits going on and everything, I think they could be very good. And they're technically a little bit of a support with their 18 key super and their 12 key. So definitely some good potential with them. I mean, offensive units are still good. Like, don't get me wrong, defense is more important, but, we need our offensive units. So I think a unit like this could be pretty good for the game. And then who else? I mean, there's the Blue Boys. I'm sure you guys are all really excited for these guys getting an EZA. I don't see a world where they're bad. I think they're going to be good no matter what. I mean, they already get 50% attack and defense on all their super attack effects. They've got built-in additionals. Maybe make it to where the additionals can actually become super attacks. And then they're golden. Give them some damage reduction as well. Maybe get rid of the debuff on their active skill. That's pretty annoying. I think there's been a couple times where I've used them, and their defense is already low enough, but then getting the extra minus 50% just absolutely crushes them. So I would really hope they get rid of that. And then that's about it. I mean, these guys could be really good. Like I said, they have a really good skeleton. And then I think that's it. A couple other units here and there. There's the Tech Kale and Caulifla, but they're not really that exciting. Who else? I think that's it. I mean, there's some free-to-play units, but, I mean, we don't really care about them. So, I guess that's pretty much it with the Universe Survival Saga EZAs. Most of the main units we want to see EZA are just the hype LRs. LR Jiren. We got the 6-year anniversary LRs, the Part 2 6-year anniversary LRs, the LR Blue Goku and Vegeta, and there's the UI Sign Goku. So, I think all of them could be very good because they're not that old. So, their kits still kind of hold up, except for Jiren. Jiren's still really bad. But everyone else has some value, even though you can't really run them in difficult content. But, I mean, you know what I'm saying. Like, they still have some good potential with their EZA. So, I guess that pretty much has been the video. Again, New Year's coming at the end of this month. Let me know in the comments what theme you'd want to see for New Year's. Whether it be Tournament of Power, whether it be Majin Buu Saga, or if you want to see Superhero again. I mean, I guess we still need a Beast Gohan, technically. So, if they want to just wait a year and then drop another one for New Year's, I guess that kind of would make sense. So, let me know in the comments what you're wanting, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.